Thanks, Jess. Good morning. It is 6:30. We will be able to tell you by Thursday morning whether BC teachers like the idea of binding arbitration. But the government still doesn't. Greg Harper joins us live from North Van with more on this. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. I'm just outside Queen Mary Community Elementary School in North Vancouver this morning, and once again this school will be behind a picket line. And the province now, for the second time, has rejected the idea of binding arbitration. However, teachers will vote tomorrow, the BCTF asking its members to vote on ending the strike should the government somehow change its mind and agree to binding arbitration. One of the teachers' conditions for arbitration is the government dropping the E80 clause pertaining to class size and composition. The BCTF wants that left to the courts as the province appeals the issue after two previous legal defeats.
Government continues to say no. Peter Cameron admits government has not moved. We keep trying to find a way forward, and we will keep doing that. This is the easiest way forward.
It is clear to me that this is an attempt to deflect any responsibilities from themselves and put it all on the government. And I can say very clearly, we want to negotiate a settlement. We want to mediate a settlement. We do not want the preconditions that have been put on, even in the suggestion of arbitration.
We should have the result of the teachers' vote sometime tomorrow night. Will that change anything here? Not likely. Jody?
It's an ongoing conversation. Thanks so much. Greg Harper reporting live for us this morning from North Vancouver. Teachers are increasingly concerned about the strike affecting youth at risk. Britannia's Streetfront Alternative Program School uses physical activity to engage marginalized youth. Head teacher Trevor Stokes says his students really benefit from the program's structure. He's worried about the impact the lengthy strike will have on their lives.
They're very unsure. Their lives are usually met with so much disappointment that this is just another disappointment in something that was seemingly going so well for them with their attendance at our program. It really, it's a real rupture to the sort of, I guess, the standard issue of care that they're kind of accustomed to.
Students in the program had been fundraising and training in preparation for their trip to Africa to climb Mount Kilimanjaro next March. Meanwhile, almost three-quarters of those eligible to collect the $40 a day being offered during the teacher strike have signed up to collect their money. If all students sign up, the temporary education support payment will cost the BC government $12 million a day for each day of the strike. That's equal to what the province is saving in teachers' salaries. There are new criminal allegations hovering over the BC government this morning. They involve a pair of Liberal insiders and a failed by-election campaign. Brian Bonney, seen here, and Mark Robertson have each been charged with 3 offenses under the Election Act. They are accused of breaking the laws involving contributions and expenses during the 2012 Port Moody Coquitlam by-election. Bonney and Robertson worked the campaign for the Liberal candidate Dennis Marsden, who lost to the NDP's Joe Trasolini.
The special prosecutor is doing his investigation. He's not even completed, and 2 high-profile BC Liberals, friends of the Premier, are now facing charges under the Elections Act.
The charges were approved by a special prosecutor initially hired to examine the ethnic vote scandal, that is. Bonney was a Liberal communications director and implicated in that scandal as well. An internal review found $70,000 of government resources inappropriately used on a multicultural strategy. It suggests apologizing to ethnic groups for historical injustices for quick political wins. A major announcement is expected from Apple later today. Tech lovers and analysts are eagerly awaiting today's big launch of the latest iPhone and the possible introduction of a much-rumored iWatch as well. The smartwatch could have the ability to monitor health, help manage homes, and even buy merchandise. Apple's top executives have promised major breakthroughs, but the company has not provided any details about today's announcement, of course. The last of the summertime supermoons put on quite a show in the sky overnight. These moons can appear as much as 30% brighter and 14% larger than regular ones. This also marks the third in a trilogy of supermoons this summer. July and August displayed also created a ton of attention, but the August supermoon was actually the closest to the Earth, with this month's full moon, that is, not far behind.